Again, here's the 2020 XBF Domino, and we are going to take a good look at the galley. So if we open this handle, which is unlocked, we've got it unlocked, you can see that the galley door is actually pneumatically mounted with these heavy-duty rams, and they're balanced so it opens itself and it closes easily. Inside of this cabinet here is our switch bay. We configure this for whatever type of camping we're doing, if we're doing dry camping or if we've actually got a 110 hookup. So down here we have our two fuses for the 110 circuits, and then behind this panel here is two DC fuses back here. They're easily changeable. This panel just pops off. Okay, so if you are hooked up to 110, you actually can switch this on. So you have a converter, converts it to DC power, which will run all the lights. Plus, there is a split from that that actually goes to the receptacles here that have the USB ports. Okay, so you switch this on and this. Now this is direct from the battery here. So if you've got your converter on, you can go and get your conversion to DC for all your lighting. Okay, so next up here is your inverter. So if you are just working on, if you're dry camping on battery power, you actually turn your inverter on, and then you can switch this from the plug actually to the inverter coming from here, and then you've got power to your receptacle there. But right now we're just on battery power. Okay, so we're just going to leave this on battery power. This is your courtesy lighting switch. So I've got an extra switch in there just in case before you start rolling. You can flip that off just to make sure that you don't leave any of your lights on. So you've got your lighting up here. You've also got your exterior lighting here, which the switch for this is actually mounted inside the trailer. So if you're getting up in the middle of the night, you got to go outside, you can flip that switch in there. Okay, so next to that, so we'll go ahead and turn off the courtesy lighting. And what I like to do is when I'm camping, I actually like to have my running lights on because it looks cool. These are all LED, so very low draw on the battery. So if you're sitting there at the campsite and you just flip your running lights on and it just looks cool. Okay, so we'll turn that off. Okay, now this is for your 12 volt receptacle for your cooler. Okay, so you flip this on and this actually turns the power to this Coolotron cooler on. So this is a cooler that you plug in, and it'll actually keep anything in there 40 degrees below the ambient temperature. So if you're traveling and you've got power coming from the truck, you can actually leave that on, keep your stuff cool, or you can just carry it inside the truck and plug it into your lighter outlet. Okay, so everything else up in here is just storage. We've got storage up in here, all of this. You've got your 2-burner propane stove here, and then underneath of that you've got a couple of drawers for storage in there, and I've actually got a induction burner that's going to go in this drawer here that you can leave in there, or you can take it out and set it up on top of the counter. Okay, here is the sink. Got an 11-inch oval sink with a matching cutting board. This right-hand spigot is actually hooked up to the water pump. So this runs off of a 4-gallon tank here. You can see the pump there in the back, and there's your drain. Okay, so if you need water here, you just flip this on. You got water there. Okay, now this other side here, this actually hooks up to your hose bib. If you're at a campsite and you've got a hose bib, you can hook up this here. And I'll show you the connections. They're right here, just underneath the back side. So your front one here, this is for your hose in. Okay, and then when I'm at camping, I like to have a secondary hose. A lot of times there's only one hose bib and you need to hook that up to your water. So I hook it up here, but then we've got a ball valve that we can turn here. And so if you've got a secondary hose with a sprayer, if you're spraying off big items, or if you're at the beach trying to get sand off of stuff, it's nice to have a hose. And then this last one here is actually your drain for what's going on up top there. Okay, underneath here, we've got a deck here for storage, which is good for extension cords, your jack, your hoses, maybe a couple of folding chairs there. Okay, so that about covers the galley, and then we've got a couple of pull down handles that makes it a lot easier to get that rear hatch closed down.